delve into other aspects. We're not just focusing on security, but it's very important as well. One boy, you're welcome.
Yeah, good evening, Uche. Yeah, good evening, everyone.
Yeah, good evening. Yeah, you're welcome.
Like many others have said, still insecurity is, I won't say much. However, I feel most of the guys come around here, like so to say, Lilu, Osumo, because I'm from here, so I know that section of the road, okay, it's the road down to Seki, is not motorable. The insecurity there is underreported because in January when my grandma coming from Ebenebe for a funeral at my place, they almost met their last day on earth because they attacked a vehicle before them, and those people were going for their wedding because they could see them. So I don't know. Since then, she has not really been herself because of the traumatic experience she experienced, and also during that period, series of gunshots regularly for people from here. So most especially Akwa in here, they experience this regularly. So the insecurity is underreported. I don't want us to be so going to the root cause. What could be the root cause? How are these people grooming? How are they recruiting people? So they recruit most of the thugs. We heard that most of the thugs usually disturbing at old market in Yala. We are part of those people recruited as the mischief makers. So what are the causes of these guys being idle? No jobs, yeah, maybe lack of education. So this boils down to job creation, education, yeah, social awareness, integration, and some other things. And also people have their force, the security agencies, as Ike Orifiti said the other time. The host community is usually hostile to the police because of the usual extortion. I could count number of times our host community have protested the checkpoint at Asia Junction, and yeah, the continued hostility from the military around Yala. And still many of these times it still did not end. And to bother the fact that many of these security agents
Mwabeze, you can go ahead and speak now. Continue, please. Go ahead.
yeah, can you hear
Yeah,
me?
go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
So the insecurity is the most important on the table now, because if the state is not secure, it will continue to drive away investors, as many of us are beginning to think Akurono. But the level of insecurity won't allow us to bring whatever we are coming into the state with. And the other is education. Yeah, the state has the least percentage of out of school children, no doubt. But we need to focus more on tertiary and post-secondary school education, which will make our population be productive. We can have vocation studies, we can have research and development units of the tertiary should be more funded so that we can begin to create more solutions. We need to change from the order of the day. Yeah, the state universities are not on strike presently, but that doesn't mean that the state university is productive. So I will advise the incoming governor to focus more on education and security. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for this very contribution you made. We have a lot of things I noted. Of course, this is on the record. So I'm sure that they are going to be, implemented. I'm hoping, I'm very, very optimistic. So we have to go straight to the next speaker, Chijoke. Chijoke, you're welcome.
Good evening, all. First of all, I want to commiserate with the people of Ebenebe on what happened today. It is not something that we should be hearing in this day and time. But I want to focus on what I feel is the cause of what happened today. I have a special, what I call it, attachment to internet generated revenue in Anambra State. And part of it is what actually caused the problem we had in Ebenebe today. First of all, why would a union be a channel for IGR collection in a state, a trade union for a particular set of people, why would they be a channel for IGR collection? One of the things that caused the problem that was in it, what happened in Ebene today has to do with who collects what and who is in charge. If the government of Anambra State actually has a central system for IGR collection, things like this wouldn't occur. Because if you cut the source of these people that actually do these dastardly things, the source, which is the funds, where would they see the money to finance people who go around killing individuals in a bid to become supreme, and then at the end of the day be the ones who collect the money for the state government? If there is a central system of IGR collection, these things wouldn't happen. What is a doubt or an aburo, as we all call it, have to do with IGR collection? If these people are stripped of the powers of collecting these things like this wouldn't happen. One of the few things I actually want the incoming governor to do is to find a way of centralizing this thing so that things like this won't happen.
Okay, Chijoke, I would like you to go out and come back. Your network is really disturbing at the moment. Maybe you go up and come back so that you have a better network. I get the point you made, and this is something that I think all of us, a lot of people should actually look into. This IGR collection, it has been a recurrent problem in the states, not just Anambra State, but other states as well. So we should be able to find lasting solution, like you suggested, central system that should be able to, collect this IGR instead of, giving this responsibility to trade unions and of course having them to fight over the control of this IGR. So I agree with you. And it's something that I believe if we come up with a better solution, an idea on how to improve on this very issue, that we will have less, less incident that happened in Ebenebe today. Obidika Ago,
Obidika Ago. I have a question. I don't know if I can ask based on this revenue collection. I don't know.
Yeah, yes, of course, you will ask.
Okay, okay.
Go
I
ahead.
wanted to ask. Yes, we've all been talking about, having a central system of revenue collection. One thing that we can't deny is that some of these people that are currently in charge of our revenue are in Anambra State. Some of them are thugs, or a good number of them are thugs, and they are very armed. Clearly, very, very armed from what you can see. So if we decide to centralize our revenue collection, of course, it is going to we directly or indirectly collecting daily bread from the hands of these guys. These guys that are armed, how do we engage them? Or are we just going to wake up and decide like, okay, I actually in the Anna collect the revenue. If you say you don't want them, have it at the back of your mind that these guys are thugs and they are armed. Of course, you don't expect them to put their hands. They will definitely react. You understand? The question is now, how do we handle them? How do we engage them? Are we just going to centralize the revenue collection and render them useless? They become nuisance to our communities. You understand what I'm saying? So how do we handle their reaction? You understand? Because of course they are definitely going to react. So I think we should also, while we are having this conversation, we should also look towards that direction.
Thank you very much. How do we engage them when they are disengaged? Hold on, Bugatti. And that is a very important question, Afam. Hold on, Bugatti, I will let you in.
To give you an answer to this question, but I won't say.
Wait, Bugatti, wait, I will let you in. Just hold on, please. Okay, let's introduce my co-host so that she can introduce herself. Then you will now come in, please. OBDK, Cargo, are you still there?
Hello.
Hello, OBD
Hello,
Cargo.
Che.
If you can hear me.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. The network has been terrible.
Okay.
So what's happening?
Okay, yes, my network is very, very terrible. And I'm having to rely on the captions. I can't even speak at all. But I was following what everyone was saying through the captions. I'm not sure what I've done to my village people today that I'm co-hosting a space such as this. I'm not able to hear anyone speak. Okay, so I'm just going to carry on speaking. And if you need to interrupt me, Che, you
go
can.
ahead.
I will see
Go
from
ahead.
the captions.
Go
okay?
ahead.
Yeah, so you're saying go ahead. So I'm just going to go ahead. It's very important that we're able to have a space such as this, especially with everything that is happening, not just in Anambra, but Alibo as a whole and in Nigeria. For some time now, we've been saying that something needs to be done about the insecurity that we've been having for the past 2 to 3 years. It looks like it's just got out of hand. But my charge to us today, as we're having this space, I know people are very angry and frustrated. I want to plead with us to remember that the people that are causing all these problems for us are still Indibo, like us. And today, we've seen that the chickens have come home to roost. These people are those that we kind of left behind, because so what I will say to us is, I know that when Uche was giving us his opening remarks, he said that the governor was mentioning, he mentioned human resources as part of in Anambra State, that we as Anambra State, we have the lowest poverty rate. This was 2018 statistics from the NBS, and we have the lowest rate of unemployment and underemployment. I'm not sure what those figures would be today, 2022. So for me as Onyibo, one of the things that I really want us to focus on is our human capital. We have our individual successes, but it's not enough. If we have people that we're leaving behind, they're going to cause us problems, and that's what we're seeing. Onyaya one year is one of our core values, and it looks to me like we've, kind of forgotten some of those core values we have as Ndibo. If we bring those core values to the fore, I'm sure that some of the things that are happening will change. It won't change overnight because the rabble rousing that has led to where we are, it's been ongoing for about 4 to 5 years. So it's going to take time for us to get these people who are still in the world, like us, to have a change of heart, because the mind is a very powerful thing. The things that are obsessed with are things that we are not obsessed with, that they are no longer seeing themselves as Nigerians. Something has fundamentally shifted in their minds, and it's not something we can change by talking and mocking and shouting and screaming our heads off. We still have to go back to our various communities and get those of us who call ourselves the Igbo elites, who know better, who ought to know better, to say something is happening in our Igbo, and if we're not careful, we're going to lose our homeland. If any in a general I just send a person no. A big kind of naje an Igbo, get one can Igbo in 1 day. Nothing to write home about. So I want us to not dissipate a lot of emotional energy, being angry and having this us and them. or malo Ebenete. Because they're causing us problems. We can't even travel to our home towns and have our normal day-to-day activities. Aware for the say who any banana low ozone any develop if we don't get our human resources right and knowing that we cannot leave anyone behind, then we're going to have this problem. It's going to persist because they want to have relevance. We've left them behind in one way or the other. So this is their own way to say, I cannot here. We are going to call the shots. We're going to disrupt your activities because you think that you are in one Nigeria. They call us intellectuals and all that because to them they have nothing to live for. And they, so I know Abundi Sinai Kamalo, we have more to lose if this continues. A change of heart. I want us to, think about what I'm saying and why it's important for us to shift our focus from we're better off, we're not better off, because we still have to contend with them, whether we like it or not, even apart from what is happening in Nigeria as a country. Back home now, we know that Animo is no longer the most secure region in the country, and that should alarm all of us. So I think I'm going to stop now.
All right.
And carry on listening to the
So
space for
yes, yeah.
captions.
Okay, but I would advise you leave. I will remove you, then bring you up so that you're able to listen and hear what other people are saying beyond just reading the caption. But thank you so much for giving us that
okay, which I'm going to leave
overview
and
of what.
come back again. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. So thank you so much. Bugatti, you wanted to say something, respond to what Afam talked about concerning the engaging the people who are, going to be disengaged in this field. We want to hear what you have to say on this from solution point. We want solutions. We want what we should do. We want to hear that. Okay, so go ahead, Bugatti, and give us your
Okay.
solution to this.
Okay, first of all, Afam's concern is very, very valid. But here's my solution to that. I wanted to reserve it to tell him on WhatsApp, but I think since we're here to provide solutions, I have to say it that way. I think sometimes when I'm in Catania, them can hope them at a time, because I think as humans, especially as Africans, one of the languages we understand better is their language of force, and event has proven it over time. So I would say that once you are disengaging these people, when you open a in this case, I'm a revenue collector and I'm an employer, but at the same time, I'm not constituting nuisance to my society. So having that as a concern, we know they are armed. But my advice to the government on ways to each their offer is that these guys have names. These guys, they have employers or on this near her. So when you are disengaging them, you are giving them an undertaking to sign that should any violence erupt from their various localities, they'll be held accountable. So that way you have kept them on check by paper. And keeping them on check again by law is that the law barring the possession of arms will be meted out as a state and will be enforced. There you will not see parents. From then, or you want working now, when Kiji, even
So,
in the absence, I'm coming.
so Bugatti, you're just saying that there should be granted amnesty. No, we have to round up so that other people can speak, okay?
Amnesty for what?
That is basically what you are talking about.
No, you're
Okay.
not getting it. That's why I don't think you're getting it. They're not being gotten amnesty. I said, I'm not yet after they've been disengaged. Then when you now bar the possession of arms and start enforcing it, you now find out that parents will start touching their kids. Because then I have been a bit mad. Either they are living as tenants or they are living on a bin. And some of them have parents that are alive, but they have their sisters alive. So when this law is enacted,